Logan had been in a lot of bad places before. Bar fights in Madripoor, back alley ambushes in Tokyo, Weapon X facilities that smelled of blood and steel. But this was something new. The sky above him churned in shades of crimson and black, streaked with veins of molten fire. The ground cracked beneath his boots, jagged like dried flesh, and the air burned with the stench of sulfur. He took a breath and immediately regretted it. "Hell," he muttered. "Or something close enough." He didn't know how he got here. One minute, he was tracking a cult in the Canadian wilderness, a bunch of freaks chanting about dark gods and eternal vengeance. The next, the earth split open beneath him, and he was swallowed whole. Now, standing alone in this nightmare, Logan felt something move. A rattling sound, chains scraping against rock. Then a voice, low, seething, burning with hatred. "You do not belong here." Logan turned, claws sliding from his knuckles with a metallic snick. From the swirling mist, a figure emerged, a warrior clad in black and gold, his face hidden behind a skull-like mask. Fire flickered behind his eyes, and two massive chains coiled around his arms, glowing like metal fresh from the forge. "Welcome to the Netherrealm," the warrior growled. "I am Scorpion, and you are an intruder." Logan snorted. "Ain't the first time someone called me that." He flexed his claws. "So what now? You gonna talk me to death?" Scorpion's response was instant. With a crack of his wrist, the chain shot forward, screaming through the air. Logan twisted aside just in time, feeling the heat as it grazed his skin. He lunged, claws slashing, but Scorpion teleported in a burst of flames. "Get over here." Logan barely had time to react before the chain wrapped around his arm and yanked him forward. He braced for impact, but Scorpion's knee struck first, slamming into his ribs like a sledgehammer. Logan snarled and slashed upward. His claws ripped through the chain, freeing him, and he drove his fist towards Scorpion's chest. But his opponent flickered again, vanishing in a swirl of embers. Logan hit the ground, rolling to his feet. "Hey, teleporters." Scorpion reappeared a few yards away. This time, his hands were ablaze. "You do not understand where you are. The Netherrealm consumes mortals. You will burn." "Buddy, I've been burned before." Flames erupted from Scorpion's hands, surging toward Logan in a wall of hellfire. The heat hit like a freight train, searing through his flesh, charring muscle down to the bone. Logan screamed, his healing factor working overtime as his skin regenerated even as it burned. Through the agony, he moved. He lunged through the flames, ignoring the pain, and drove both claws deep into Scorpion's side. The specter let out a distorted roar, but instead of blood, his wound spewed fire. Scorpion gripped Logan's wrist, his hand burning hot. "Fool, you cannot kill what is already dead." Logan grinned through gritted teeth. "Good, means I don't gotta hold back." He wrenched his claws free and slashed again, and again. Each strike tore through Scorpion's armor, sending embers scattering into the air. But Scorpion fought back just as fiercely, his katana slicing across Logan's chest, cutting deep. They clashed in a brutal dance of steel and fire, Logan's claws against Scorpion's sword and chains. The ground beneath them cracked, hellfire rising between the fissures. Then, suddenly, Scorpion stopped. He took a step back, tilting his head. "You are no ordinary mortal. What are you?" Logan wiped blood from his mouth and smirked. "Name's Wolverine." Scorpion's gaze burned into him. Then, slowly, he nodded. You fight with the rage of the damned, but you are not my enemy. Logan exhaled, rolling his shoulders. So we done? Or you want to keep this dance going? Scorpion studied him for a long moment, then turned away. You have been brought here by dark forces. If you wish to leave, you must fight them. Logan cracked his neck. Fine by me. Just point me in the right direction. Scorpion raised his hand, and the air around them shuddered. The shadows thickened, forming monstrous shapes with glowing red eyes. Logan tightened his grip on his claws, grinning. Guess we're not done after all. And with that, he leaped into battle. The first demon lunged, its claws like obsidian knives. Logan ducked, slicing upward and splitting its torso clean in half. Black ichor spilled from the wound, sizzling as it touched the scorched earth. Another demon attacked from behind, but Logan twisted, ramming his claws through its skull. Scorpion fought beside him, his chains snapping like whips, decapitating creatures with brutal efficiency. He hurled Hellfire, reducing whole hordes of demons to smoldering husks. You handle yourself well, Wolverine, Scorpion admitted, impaling a demon with his katana before ripping it free. Yeah, you ain't too bad yourself, Skullface. The battlefield was chaos, an endless tide of shrieking monstrosities. Logan lost count of how many he killed. His healing factor worked overtime, sealing cuts before they could bleed out, but the sheer numbers started to wear on him. Then the ground trembled. A massive figure emerged from the darkness, towering over them, a demon lord, clad in black armor, wielding a jagged sword that pulsed with dark energy. Its eyes glowed with malice as it stepped forward. You dare challenge the master of this realm, it thundered. Scorpion stood tall. You are nothing but another obstacle, and I will burn you to ash. Logan rolled his neck, popping joints. Big talk. Let's see if you can back it up. The demon lord roared, swinging its sword. Scorpion teleported, appearing above and slamming down with a fiery punch. Logan charged low, claws ripping into the beast's knee, forcing it to stagger. The battle raged on, and Logan knew one thing for sure. Getting out of hell was going to be one hell of a fight.